Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Faith. If it is your first time to tune in, if you are a current subscriber, thank you so much for tuning back in. And today what I have in store for you is a tour of my kitchen. Seeing that we've been spending a lot of time in the kitchen, it is only fair that I show you around. So stay tuned and watch my video. This is my kitchen. So from the door, this is what you see, and then let's go in. So basically there is a fire extinguisher just next to the door, and then I have this chair over here that I like to sit on whenever I'm cooking. I have a few of my kids' work hung on the side of the fridge, and then when we go to the other side here, I basically just put my broom behind my washing machine, and then let me show you that side. So that is how, I don't know if I'm taking the videos very well. This is how that side looks. So let's get a closer look. So basically here I just have my washing machine, and then on the washing machine I have my fruit basket. I like to keep it there because it's very accessible to my kids. And then next to it I have my blender and my hot kettle and my microwave right there on that corner. And then I have this stand that I got from Lulu, and I like it because it fits in that corner perfectly. And then on this box, I put my a few snacks, kids snacks, some biscuits, and some other few random things. And I put my Ziplocs here, and my cling wrap over there as well. And then on the bottom shelf right there, that is where I store my detergent, my bleach, my Star Soft, basically everything that I use for my clothes, because it's just next to my washing machine, so it's very easily accessible when it's there. On this one, I like to keep all my plastic containers. So it's a bit dark, I know, but here are just some kids' lunch boxes, some small containers with their lids on. These are the bigger containers. This is what I use for juicing up the oranges or the lemons. Some of my kids' containers, and here are some plastic plates or bowls. And then down here, so this is the top one, and then down here I have this is rice, and then my cooking oil, a thermos that I don't use and then that one right there is a container I always store flour for porridge, but as you can see it's empty because usually I get it from Kenya, and I have exhausted it all because of the current situation. I don't have anyone to send over, or so that's just it. And then this is a blender. This is my old blender. Actually, I had this blender since my kids were small. This is the blender that I used to prepare their food, and it's functioning well. The only reason I got that other blender is because this one is mostly for kids' food, and I never use it anymore, and I don't know if someone needs it. If there is, I would gladly give it away. So this side I had already showed you is my utensils, and basically that's it. I have these spoons that I really like, so they're cute, I like them. And as you can see, I really like to keep my counters clear. I prefer empty counters than to put things on the counters. So I just put whatever I really need on the counters. And then what else? Let's see this drawer. So I had already showed you that drawer, so let's go to the next one up here. So this one looks like that. I will just take you in my drawers. So this one is just my spices. I like it because I can just pull it wherever I'm cooking and take whatever spice I need, and then I can just put it inside. And then this other one is just my, let me show you what I have in there. So this one, I just have some of my tea things, my coffee, and what we put on the bread. So this is basically like what we're taking maybe for breakfast or during tea time. So it's either coffee or tea. This is tea leaves, this is some cinnamon, some tea masala. Okay, and this is some honey. So I just like to keep it like that in a basket, because then it doesn't get very, it just helps to keep the things nice and neat. And then the next thing I have is this collagen. I take this collagen with my water or in my coffee. It's super good for the skin, hair, nails, and joints. So I take it as a supplement. I have some Himalayan salt here. I have a cake mix over there. I have some all-purpose flour and some sugar in there. So basically this is how it looks again. And then at the top there, I have some oats, some olive oil, some apple cider, some Indomie. Yeah, so this is this drawer. This is the most used drawer, and that's why I like to just keep it looking nice and neat. And then above that one, we go down to this one. So we have already seen that one and the one at the end. So let's go next to this drawer over here. So under the sink drawer is where I basically put my pots. I don't have a lot of pots, and this is basically all we need. I don't know if you've noticed so far, but I would likely call myself a minimalist. I don't like having a lot of things that I'm not using. So basically that's it. It's very simple. It's a few pans, a few pots, and that's it. So after that drawer, the next one is at the top. So at the top here, this is where I keep my, this is it. So at the top there, I keep my bowl that I like to mix things in or prepare whatever. It's a big bowl. Let me show you. I think you've seen it before in one of my other videos. This is it. I do like this bowl. And then the next thing is I have some of hot pots. We used to call them hot pots. And then I have these glasses here with their straws. It's good when taking smoothie. And then down here I have these shelves. They're really good because they utilize the vertical space, because if I didn't have this, probably this would go up there and it will look more cluttered. So I just divide this by putting my small teacups here, some glasses over here, some containers, some glass containers that I used to put in the fridge if there is food remaining, and then their covers. I have my water jug over there, and then a few plates, a few bowls, a few saucers, and basically that's it. It's very simple, and I don't like it to have too many things. So that is basically all that we need. This is what we're using. I don't have extra stuff. And then closing that drawer, under that drawer is where I have some utensils. This is what we're using on a daily basis. So whenever I wash my utensils, I just keep them there to dry, and then I put them in the drawers. And then next And then over here is where I put my onions, my potatoes, and the down one is just a few sponges and scrubbers for the pots. And basically that corner looks like that. So yes, so coming down, we have this drawer, the top one. So this one, I just keep some spoons and forks and extra things, and rolling pin, this one that I use for my knives, all these kinds of things. So they go up on this first drawer. On my second drawer, I put my water bottles for my kids. These are my kids' water bottles, and yeah, all the water bottles are in this drawer. And then the last two drawers are basically empty drawers. And then the last drawer is basically just extra things, like if I have extra rice and oil and whatever, every extra thing goes there. So basically that's just it. And then let me show you this side. Well, so this is the side I showed you already. Here is my fridge, my chair, and out. It's a very small kitchen, but it serves its purpose. So let me just give you one more quick round. So this is as you go in. That you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give my video a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you haven't, and leave a comment. Until next time, see you. Bye.